Hello and welcome to the Remedy Fibers podcast, a podcast about knitting and crochet hosted by me, Jillian. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're a returner, thank you so much for coming back to my channel. So it's been a few months, it's been a while since I've created an episode. A lot has happened and I'll catch you all up to speed now. So the reason why I've taken a little bit of a break from recording was because I just wasn't really in the mood, and the last time I recorded, I think it was going on 4 months ago, was right about the time where my husband Bright returned home from Spain. He plays basketball overseas, and so it was just a time to spend time together, go out and do all the things. We went to Hawaii for a little bit over the summer, as well as exploring California still. So the last few months have been just relaxing, and today I just got inspired to record and probably start up again. Normally when fall starts and we're already in fall season, well, we're not in fall season, but fall is upon us and it's coming soon. It's something to kind of bring balance in my life with work starting up again and it getting busy, bringing me back to knitting and crochet. Also, I think I needed a little break from creating. I kind of took a little bit of a break from crafting just because I wasn't really inspired. A lot of the patterns that I was choosing wasn't really giving me joy in life, and I reached a point in my life this summer where I needed knitting and crochet again. So that's why I wanted to record, to not only hold myself accountable but for you all to hold me accountable too. So let me show you what I've been up to, what I've been working on, and at the end of this video I can include little clips, pictures, videos of things that I've been doing this summer. So first, let's start off with works in progress. So first, let's start off with finished objects. So when I last saw you, we're gonna talk about finished objects and projects that I failed or just scrapped. So when I last saw you, I said I was working on a cardigan, and I'll put the information down below. But this was a cardigan that I was working on, and you can see that I got a lot of progress in it. This was the back piece, and I had already started working on the front panels, but I lost where I was in the pattern. I don't know where I was at, and so I already took the needles out of this, and eventually I will work to start unraveling it. But in the meantime, I used the pattern to create this little bolero shawl thing, and so it's with the same yarn. I revised this pattern because it was supposed to be a really long drapey pattern, but I was running out of yarn and I was liking how it looked, so I modified it. So I'll include all the information and the direct link to my Ravelry. But it has bell sleeves, it's off-white with purple speckles in it, and so it's kind of like an office piece, like when I'm cold, a summer, spring transitional piece. It has fun sleeves that I love. It is cashmere, so it's really warm and comfy and cozy, and I'm happy with it. The back part looks a little bit strange, but I'm happy with it, and it's not meant to be like a cardigan or a sweater or anything like that. It's just something to keep me warm while I'm in the AC in the office, so I really love it, and I also keep it in my office. Okay, the next finished object is kind of still a work in progress. So I've used up all my scraps, all the projects that I've had, little odds and ends, and I started creating a blanket. This was supposed to be a lot of different things, and I wasn't really enjoying it. Actually, let me show you what it was supposed to be. So originally I was going to create a granny square or granny stripe cardigan. There's a pattern for that, and this was the original piece of how it was looking, and I was doing a stripe effect, and eventually I would do the sleeves and the body, but I wasn't liking it. It was a little oversized than I thought it would be, so I started ripping out. This part hasn't been ripped out because it was such a struggle getting it ripped apart, and so I ripped out a majority of it. I just didn't like the color combination. It was giving not cute, and every time I looked at it I did not want to work on it. And also when I did the magic knot connection, I guess I didn't secure it enough, so it started unraveling and made me cringe inside. So I decided to do a whole bunch of chains and just do double crochet with all of the odds and ends that I had. So there's projects old project yarn left over that's in this. It's really colorful. It brought me so much peace and joy and relaxation, and right now it is long enough to kind of be a wrap around, but I think I want it to be a blanket. So I think as I get more odds and ends, preferably pinks and purples, I will have it joined to the bottom of this blanket. But I really love it. It really brings me a lot of cozy, warm feelings, and originally I was going to give this away, but I think now I'm going to keep it. So let me know what you think about this scrappy blanket. Alright, hopefully my battery survives so I can show you what else I have. Another finished object, I was able to take a spinning class back in the spring. The spinning class was okay. I think it was for brand new beginner spinners that know absolutely nothing, and believe it or not, I know more than I give myself credit for, so it wasn't really helpful, but it was nice to be in a room with other people who want to learn to spin. And so from that class I was able to use a drop spindle to create this beautiful skein, and so I haven't touched it since. We did do drop spindling, and I feel like since using the wheel I get it more. So this is how the beautiful skein looks. This is the yarn provided from the class, and maybe I'll knit something with it, but as you can see it's a very thin and small skein, so maybe I'll just have it for decorations as my first successful drop spinning project. So really pretty, really soft. I think it is wool from a shop nearby, the instructor said. So this is my finished spinning project. Next up I have two finished objects. Well, one is the finished object that I will include a picture here because it's already gifted to my boss, but it is a sunflower blanket, and I was able to have lots of yarn left over, so I created a second one. So this is where I'm at. There's lots of ends to weave in, but I had to stop this project because I ran out of yarn, so I need to buy more yarn for yarn that I was trying to get rid of, and hopefully gift this away to someone because it's really cute, it's really fun, and I really have a good time crocheting this because it's kind of one of those mindless, you don't really have to think much type of projects, and the after piece is just really gorgeous. And my last finished object is this cute little frog. So this is a crocheted frog, and I included snaps on it because ideally it's supposed to hang like on your purse or on your bag, and my sister sent me a pattern of this. I think it was on Pinterest or Etsy, and there's a YouTube tutorial that goes along with it. So this one's from my sister, and I think I need to work up two more, but it's so cute and precious. It makes me really happy. It is a little bit tedious to make such small arms and legs, so that's why I took a break. I don't know where my work in progress, I do have one that's missing a leg, and it's almost done. I don't know where I put it, but I have to find it, and then it's going in the mail. So this is my cute little frog. Because I'm so crusty and rusty from podcasting, I'm going to save my mental energy and include all my notes, all my projects down in the description, so you can find, if you want to use this, I have a direct link. If you want to find the pattern for this, how it's supposed to look and see it, I'll include that all down below. Okay, and last but not least, I still have this lime green yarn that I thought I was going to make a Look at My Hose by James Watts, and that pattern, I don't know if it's just my mental space, but it's not intuitive and I'm not getting it, and it has YouTube tutorial links so you can see what's going on, and it's just not clicking for me. So I think because it's been so long for me following a pattern, I think I might just go with the basics, go back to a ranunculus. I've already made that twice. I really want something that's mindless, simple, not going to take a lot of energy, but also something where I'm not going to judge myself, like just something relaxing and peaceful, not I made a mistake or I'm not understanding this or being really critical. I'm looking for something that's just soothing, calm, something to do after the end of a work day. And so I think this is the yarn that I'm going to do the ranunculus with, because it's still really hot. We're having a heat wave over 100 degrees for like the next 3 days, and it probably is going to stay warm, and this is a cotton blend, so it's still perfect for this weather. And also when I bought this yarn, I was really feeling the color, and now not so much. So I want to use it and continue to use from my stash, but I think I'm going to focus on one project at a time. My go-to, I really want to continue to work on this, but obviously I ran out of yarn. Oh, I forgot to mention, for this is DK weight, so I held my fingering weight held double, so it is really warm and chunky. So as for life update, of course my husband is back, but this is that time of year where he's trying to get another contract. So Spain, Portugal, all these different countries are showing interest, so we'll see where he goes this upcoming season. We were able to go to Hawaii as well as explore some local things happening in our area, but overall it's been nice to kind of just get back into talking about knitting and crochet. Having the long break was well needed, but I've been seeing a lot of inspiration, and I hope to have cardigans in my future. And I'll be interested in what you're working on, what projects you have had on your needles or crochet hooks, and if you also hit a slump and trying to get back into it. That's something that I want to do. I think I'm going to take it easy though, so I don't know if I'll do weekly podcasts, but kind of when the inspiration hits, or when I'm just going to take my time trying to see if I want to or not, because I know before I was doing it weekly, and after a while I was like, I need a break, and also I created a lot of projects and have a lot of space in my closet dedicated to them, so I need to just go through it, what I love, what I don't love, and things that are going to accentuate my wardrobe rather than just making things just to make them, like functional pieces. I'm getting really excited for the fall season, pumpkin spice lattes, fall's leaving, or leaves falling, as well as all these sweater patterns. I know people are getting ready for Rhinebeck, so I was like, oh, maybe I should start podcasting, get a little inspo, get us inspired. And I missed you all, so hopefully you enjoyed this episode. Like I said, I'll include all the information, links, everything you need to know down below, and trying to get my rhythm back into podcasting. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that you and your family are happy, healthy, and safe, and hope to see you soon. Take care. Bye.
Yeah. Yeah.